Good morning and welcome. Check, check.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here and celebrating the class of 2021. Just a few reminders and announcements before we begin. Due to COVID guidelines, we ask that everyone keeps their mask on, stay appropriately spaced out, and please do not move any chairs. At this time, we ask that you begin to take your seat. Thank you.
Playing the music till 9:40. Mark, come in. They're saying you can put the music back on, and then I have the red mic on. Let me know if you see signal. Anything on the red mic?
Buenos dias, San Ignacio. Once again, welcome everyone. As a friendly reminder, the aisles of the bleachers and the field must be kept clear at all times during today's ceremony. We ask that you remain in your seats to take pictures or use video equipment during the graduation. Please keep your applause to a minimum during the conferring of diplomas so every graduate's name can be heard. Take this time to please double check that your cell phones are in silent mode, please. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the graduating class of 2021. Please stand.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our commencement exercises for the class of 2021. I ask you remain standing for the invocation. I present to you the Assistant Principal for Formation, Mr. Chad Evans.
Good morning, my friends. And let us remember that we're in the holy presence of God. And we do believe, God, that you are present with us here today. And so we have the courage to begin in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. God of all goodness, we come to you humbled by the losses of this past year, seeking your blessing on the class of 2021. God of all creation, you bless us with every good gift. We are most grateful today for the blessing of these graduates. You know their goodness, Lord, their wonder and creativity, their desire to find and know you in creation. You know their vulnerability, Lord, their need for community and support. You know their generosity, Lord, their compassion for one another and the broken in our world. We ask you to bless their families, their mentors, teachers, and friends. We are grateful for the infinite ways they have made your creative love manifest in forming these young women and men to live their lives in generosity, not for themselves, but out of a deep desire to be for and with the other. Loving God, please today send down your Spirit. Anoint these graduates. Continually remind them that they are beloved children of God. Wherever they go as they leave our care, give them the courage and strength to live their lives for your greater honor and glory. Through them, we know you are at work to renew the face of the earth. We ask all of our prayers and your blessing today in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. St. Ignatius of Loyola, pray for us. Ladies and gentlemen, the principal of St. Ignatius College Preparatory, Miss Michelle Nevin Levine.
It's a good San Francisco morning, SI. Parents, guardians, families, please be seated. Administrators, faculty, staff, and graduates of the class of 2021, you may also be seated, and thank you. Welcome. Welcome today. For about 15 months, I've been preaching to our community about the benefit of bouncing back. It's not about the setback, it's all about the bounce back. When Ignatius was injured by the cannonball, he reflected for some time, and it must have occurred to him that he could either focus on the limitations that this situation presented, or he could embrace the opportunities before him. His decision to embrace the opportunities not only greatly improved his life, but the life of others as well. If there is nothing else, graduates, that you have learned here at SI, we hope that you have learned that. I don't need to give anyone here a history lesson, but this graduating class has faced obstacles that have not been present in our school community, city, state, country, and world since 1918. Back then, the SI campus was the old shirt factory at Hayes and Schrader. And on the nights when I wondered if I had the ability to endure another day of COVID life, I thought of those graduates, and I relied on their ability to persevere. And it reminded me of Nelson Mandela's quote, "It always seems impossible until it's done." It seemed impossible, and now it's done. And so we gather here today a living testament to perseverance, ingenuity, community, and faith. Yes, today, this graduation is a gathering that represents the fulfillment of the bounce back. I think it's fair to surmise our graduation as a celebration of bouncing back, and yet within that celebration is a kernel of questioning. As has been said so many times during the last 15 months, we may be heading back to normal, but things will never be the same again. I don't stand before you today holding on to any premise or pretense that I know what the future holds as we continue to work through the travails of this pandemic. But I do know that no graduating class from St. Ignatius has been challenged to the degree that this amazing class of 2021 has for 103 years. With their junior year truncated by 3 months and then their senior year continuously rearranged, this class has suffered like no other since the shirt factory days. And yet, it is that very suffering that undoubtedly prepares them so well to lead us into the future. As Winston Churchill said, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. The graduating class of 2021 has proven their courage by any standard. And this graduation ceremony not only honors their willingness to bounce back, but it acknowledges their heroic willingness to continue when it counts. It is often noted at graduations around the world that this will be the last time a particular class assembles with all of its members, and our gathering here is no exception. And while we want to celebrate with each other, I think it's incumbent upon all of us to acknowledge that the difficulties of this last school year often put us in conflict with one another. And how could it be otherwise? With every commonly held practice of interaction within the walls of 2001 37th Avenue having been altered, there was no way we were going to cross the finish line and make it to this graduation without letting each other down from time to time. So today offers us the opportunity to be together one last time, to celebrate together one last time, and in certain cases, we have the chance to mend any strife that may exist within our most meaningful relationships. As any adult here can testify, the friends you make in high school will likely be with you for the rest of your life. So if there's an apology that needs to be made before the sun goes down, please take the opportunity to do so as we recall the great Bruce Lee's advice: mistakes are always forgivable if one has the courage to admit them. I'm going to give you a chance, graduates, to mend one fence right now, because on Thursday, without permission to enter, one senior jumped into the pool, assuming you would all follow suit and jump in after her. Thank you for the big round of applause for Mari. Mari, I think I can assure you that these graduates will always have your back when given the next opportunity, and you are the one and only graduate who is welcome back to the pool at any time. And so I stand before you today in admiration of our heroic class, reflective upon the challenges we've overcome together, and most importantly, confident in our shared future. St. Ignatius College Prep's graduating class of 2021 has provided me with that confidence by facing historical challenges and showing perseverance when they could have easily given up. The social, political, economic, spiritual, and environmental difficulties we face as a community are indeed great. But the strength, intelligence, and love shown by this amazing graduating class heartens me. And you've provided me with the resolve that I need to continue on in this work that we do here at SI. Thank you, parents and families. Thank you, teachers. And thank you especially to our Ignatian graduates. We love you, and we will miss you, and you will always be welcome home. Now it is my great pleasure to introduce this year's valedictorian. The valedictorian is chosen from among those seniors who have distinguished themselves by genuine academic achievements as well as by participation in the co-curricular and campus ministry activities of both school and community. He or she must have a distinguished academic record of at least a 3.8 GPA, be able to speak clearly to a large audience, and have the support and respect of the graduating class. This year's valedictorian is truly exceptional. He excelled academically, athletically, and was involved in many activities across our entire school campus. A modern Renaissance man, he's talented, cultured, and grounded. Rarely do you encounter a student with such an impeccable resume, an array of abilities, and yet he projects himself as ordinary and willing. He shines, but not for himself. He was a member of our cross-country and track and field teams, a sophomore retreat leader, completed over 300 hours of community service. The valedictorian for the class of 2021 is Luke Veet.
Do you have a copy? Yeah, I think it blew away.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, do we have a second copy?
No, but I can 1, 2, 3. Shoot. No, we don't. I can read it from my phone.
Okay. Okay.
Here's a page.
Where do you want to start? This is such a 2021 experience.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Okay. Gotta love the sunset wind. It blew the speech away, so I hope you don't mind if I'm on my phone. All right. Father Reese, Miss Levine, administrators, faculty, our beloved parents, and my fellow 21ers. The world ended with a flood. Roaring and thunderous, it swept over the land, toppling mountains as everything vanished beneath the sea. That's the tale I would be telling if this were 3,000 years ago in some Mesopotamian hall, the story of Utnapishtim and the flood, the precursor to Noah and his copycat ark. Utnapishtim must have let Noah borrow his notes before class. Perhaps it's tempting fate to speak of a flood just up the hill from the Pacific Ocean, but don't worry, the AP Physics students assured me fluid dynamics will protect us, and the religion department said we should be fine as long as we pray the examen. I bring Utnapishtim up because after the flood, he and his wife faced the Herculean task of rebuilding the entire world. Imagine the power and possibility of renewing society. Actually, it shouldn't be too hard to imagine, since we look out on much the same view as Utnapishtim, a world in need of rebuilding. As we return to life as usual, we, the graduating class of 2021, have the choice and responsibility to define what we are returning to. We have an incredible, once-in-a-century opportunity to reshape the new normal. Sophomore year, Ms. Kodros introduced her world history class with the rules for world domination, a bold claim for just 3 hours a week. Her list of tips included self-evident and eternally useful advice, like don't invade Russia in the winter, but also, after a revolution, restructure. In her class, we learned that after social upheaval, there is a brief opportunity for social renewal that determines the revolution's long-term success. This past year was and is an ongoing revolution in every sense of the word. Whether this revolution will be successful has yet to be determined. We are that deciding factor. there was a sudden, radical, and far-reaching change into all aspects of interpersonal and internal behavior as the pandemic flooded into our lives. We faced a revolution in the school system as our classes moved online, a social revolution as our lives condensed to within our own homes, and a revolution in social justice that has become one of the defining characteristics of our generation. Finally, the revolution we face today, from high school to college and beyond, teenage years to looming adulthood. This 360-degree rotation leaves us with a panoramic view of where we have been and where we still need to go. Revolution provides the opportunity for evolution. We've opened up a window into the inequities and inexcusable building blocks of our society. Frankly, the old normal wasn't working. An overloaded criminal justice system, police brutality, hate crimes on BIPOC both in the Bay Area and around the nation, gun violence, and global warming. It feels like we are trapped at the bottom of a vast canyon. And yet, when individual water droplets come together to form a flood, canyons can be reshaped. Erosion is just another form of evolution, and it has already begun. The flood is here. This unasked for and unexpected departure from the everyday means we can re-examine the traditional with fresh eyes and decide what we actually would like to carry with us on our arc to the unknown world on the other side. Our class knows better than any that came before it how to deal with the unknown. We can count on this. We are flexible, able to live fully even when sheltering in place. This involved physical changes for COVID, like masks and distancing, but also stepping into the leadership void left by the sudden departure of last year's class. Although we missed out on some of the transition rituals and traditional role modeling of the class above us, we created a new vision for what senior year could look like. We went from all online to 2 or 3 people in a classroom to entirely full classes devoid of Zoomers. When our parents told us high school would zoom by, man, were they right. We retained a honeymoon affection for one another and a richer understanding of the value of having each other in our lives. This absence really did make the heart grow fonder. Even now, our class continues to redefine transition with rituals of senior surprises and a unique brand of school spirit that involves mutual affection and adoration. Our experience in adjusting our senior year gives me hope and confidence that we can do the same on the macro level. 2020 has given us excellent hindsight into what post-pandemic practices can form the base for our new world. My question for you is, what do you take with you to create the new normal? Now, I won't have such hubris as to expect our class to solve every issue, but the world that we head out into after our extended shelter in place has not yet been set in stone. And so, we can remake, chisel, and carve out the world we want to see. Our time at SI has uniquely prepared us for that moment with lessons in service, self-sacrifice, and leadership. We were contemplatives in action, ignited the fire within, became prophets of joy, and now have shared hope and built community. All I ask is that we take the same passion out of the halls of SI and into the wider world. To a large extent, we've already begun that process with student activists protesting for justice, serving in youth city government, voting in local elections, and for those of us unable to vote, poll working. Our class embodies student leadership, but just as importantly, student cooperation. We face these mighty problems, but we do not face them alone. We are at a time in our lives where our social circle, worldview, and sense of community are expanding. As we head out to our future communities, we may feel tempted to disengage in nervous anticipation and preoccupation in the face of an unknown future. We may turn off our cameras, sit on mute, and stay safely in our comfortable tribes. Now that life gradually returns to normal, we have just a quick moment to stick our foot in the door and make sure it doesn't slam shut. I encourage us all to show up, be present, and engage. Seize the opportunity to become active in making the changes you want to see. Most of all, next year, when you are sitting in your dorm rooms, I invite you to leave your door open. You can never know who will enter and what they will bring. Because, in our pursuit of this new society, we can't lose sight of the power and value in unity. Whether it's singing the fight song all at the same time so no one can hear just one voice, or leaving school together on a certain Friday, we will need cooperation to carve out our vision. Luckily for us, the great arc of time seems to point to greater cooperation. Individual cells become organisms. Organisms become animals. Animals become freshmen. Freshmen become packs, and packs become nations. At each level, each unit faces an increasingly complex task, purpose, and problem. In order to solve our current struggles, we must unite. We understand more deeply the gift of social connection after months of isolation. Like it or not, we have developed a greater sense of gratitude for the events and people that we do get to spend time with. Gratitude for the efforts of our teachers, coaches, and SI staff. Gratitude for our families. Gratitude for cardboard boat racing and Krispy Kreme donuts for trying to make our final weeks a little more fun. Gratitude most of all for each other. Every member of this class is incredible and worthy of being celebrated. Indeed, I would like to be among the first, but certainly not the last, to tell you all congratulations. You all amaze me. In a normal year, this speech would include a vision of where members of our class would be in 10 to 20 years. But this past year has taught me that the future is inherently unknowable. And so instead, I can only offer this guarantee. The single greatest constant of history is that everything changes. We've lived out that lesson. The status quo is not forever. Waters rise and waters fall. Octopi, jellyfish, and Mr. Delay used to roam this very campus when the prehistoric Pacific covered this hill. We came in as individual freshmen and leave as men and women with and for others. The floodwaters are receding. It is time to step out of our shelter in place, time to leave the ark, and time to rebuild. Thank you.
That is resilience right there. Thank you, Luke. Now it's my pleasure to present the extraordinary awards. The Loyalty Award. This award honors extraordinary dedication to the entire school, conspicuous service, and dedication to the stated values and goals of St. Ignatius. This year's recipient is a born leader, a natural mentor, and a gifted artist and author. She has transferred her love of performing arts into every area of the school. She edited and wrote for Inside SI, spoke publicly at many of our school-wide events, sang with the music ministry team, served as a retreat and FML leader. She has a quick wit and is well loved by her classmates for her kindness and generosity as a friend, someone who listens well and responds generously. The 2021 Loyalty Award is presented to Lucia Doty. Good job, sweetheart. The Anthony P. Sauer S.J. General Excellence Award. This special award is conferred upon a senior who is distinguished by scholarship, excellence in conduct, and outstanding devotion to the school through participation in both curricular and co-curricular student affairs. This year we have 2 recipients for the General Excellence Award. Our first award winner, from the soccer field to the stage, the first recipient gives 100% to all that she does and approaches everything with a relaxed and positive attitude. Insightful, self-motivated, and courageous. She has an engaging personality and easily faces new challenges with poise and grace. She has completed 230 hours of community service, led retreats at all levels, FMLs, prayer services, Unplugged, and the Arupe Council. Our first recipient of the 2021 Anthony P. Sauer General Excellence Award is Olivia Mills. Our next General Excellence Award winner is a loving soul with a strong work ethic and commitment to social justice. Her passion for creating a more inclusive society has shown through in every aspect of her scholarship and participation in the St. Ignatius community. She was a leader in the Alas Affinity Group, served on the Arupe Council, led retreats, preached at FML, completed 227 hours of community service. Our second recipient of the 2021 Anthony P. Sauer General Excellence Award is Cassie Navarrete. The Ignatian Award. This is the highest award our school can offer. It's conferred upon a graduating senior who has consistently put the welfare of students above his or her own interests. This award winner is chosen from his or her fellow classmates for generous service on their behalf, dedication to the gospel message, and outstanding devotion to the Christian ideals enunciated by the patron of our school, St. Ignatius of Loyola. This year's recipient of our highest honor is a classroom leader, a critical thinker, and a woman within 4 others. She is honest, determined, ambitious, hardworking, and passionate in all that she does. Her ambition is not limited to a singular focus. Rather, that same fire is expressed in every aspect of her service and identity. She was a member of our dance and drill team, co-president of the BSU, morning prayer captain, prayer service leader, co-founder of a citywide BSU, and completed over 230 hours of community service. This student can best be described as an inspiring force of energy. The recipient of the 2021 Ignatian Award is Erica Morris. I'd like to now introduce Father Eddie Reese, who will bless the graduates and the diplomas.
Before I call down a blessing on the symbols of your accomplishment and on you, I would be very remiss if I did not recognize a blessing we have already received. The blessing is in the person of Michelle Nevin Levine, our principal, who has led us through these past year and 3 months. I think it's appropriate, a round of applause for Michelle. Loving and most generous God, you give us all that we have so that we may share it. We call down your blessing upon these symbols of accomplishments, these symbols of hard work, these symbols of dedication on the part of the students, faculty, and parents. We ask that same blessing to come upon each one of our graduates, that they will be filled with a sense of gratitude, with a sense of giving, and most importantly, the experience of love. Bless them in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
My friends, we will now present diplomas to the class of 2021. I ask you to please keep your applause to a minimum during the conferring of diplomas so that every graduate's name can be heard. Maya Hari Abiyankar. Giovanni Salvatore Gatto Affrunti. Aiden Francis Ahern. Andreas Uribe Angelopoulos. Jericho Joaquin Anse. Ariana Marcela Arana Bermudez. Joseph Thomas Armstrong. Natalia Alessandra Arnest. Isabella M. Austria. Alexander Dmitry Bakhter. Markila Banks. Nils Keating Barry. Fiona Kate Baxter. Zachary Hayden Berg. Delphina Persoglia Bell. Michelle Marie Benevente. Kendall Berliner. Diego Tomas Bermejo. Finnegan Tomohiro Ohashi Moran. Ava Marie Noel Bernard. John Larkin Basker. Isaiah Manio Bibat. Eric Birdthistle. Jack Ford Bogashevsky. Charlotte Emily Bonthron. Sophie Lillian Branham. Wyatt Andrew Brickler. Quinn John Broderick. Kaya Emily Bowie. Jack Ruskin Burnett. Mara Isabel Dolan Button. Matthew Caldwell. Ella Delphine Canapari. Delaney Isabella Carlin. Rachel Elizabeth Carrasco. Grace Angela Casserly. Michael Pierre Cavan. Connor Allen Chan. Garrett Chan. Kayla Tobias Chan. Mia Lauren Chan. Maria Guadalupe Chavez Hernandez. Justin G. Chen. Kylan Stewart Chung. Amanda Michelle Chin. Emily Catherine Chin. Ethan Shiwei Chen. Jason Chu. Allison Kaylee Choi. Ethan Elijah Chu. Anthony Chancharulo. Tyler Christian Sensibo. Sophie M. Cisneros. Tristan Lindsay Clifton Clark. Fiona Mary Clayton. Evie Lane Cohen. Blanca Eslava Collins. Ethan Michael Collins. Suzanne Camparon. William Samuel Cooper. Paige Allison Corey. Joshua Cordoba. Ryan Matthew Coronel. Moira Crehan. Jack C. Cronin. Joya Frances Cullinan. Tara Patricia Kaminsky. Angelo Edward Conlos Custodio. Kaylin Barrett Dalzell. Michael Kenzo Damir. Leonardo Shante Daniels. Genevieve Therese Davy. Davis James D'Souza. Lucia Marie Dillingham. Nicholas Alexander Dimitra. Jason Matthew Dianita. Victor Deloso. Lucia Doty. Alana Downey. Julianne Elizabeth Downs. John Francis Patrick Doyle. Isaac Elias Dudum. Shane Patrick Duffy. Gavin Christopher Dunn. Anne Beresford Dupuy. Alexis Tierney Dyke. Marina K. Egbert. Alyssa Rebecca Eidson. Jacob Cole Indrina. Kyler Melanie Espino. Briella Jean Phantom. David Fitzgerald. Caitlin Flattery. Farah Fong. Kyle Jordan Fortune. Benjamin Chris Francisconi. Giovanna Franco. Ellison Pearl Fry Ross. Gabriella Grayson Fry Ross. Kalel Eduardo Godwang. Claire Galerkin. Shaki Gilvan Gallegos Hunkin. Adriel Cabagao Garcia. Toribia Rose Señores Garciano. Mariana Weber Gardner. Sinead Mullen Garrett. Rowan Garzy. Jamie Victoria Gaddis. Noah Manuel Gathuya. Nicole Brianna G. Joshua Canole Gill. Diane Gomez. Brendan James Goodrow. Dylan Chandler Gould. Jacob Dylan Gresham. Deani Griffin Ruin. Gabriel Enrique Grimaldi. Derek Alexander Guillen. Zachary Ryan Gunter. Matthew Anand Gutierrez. Miguel Guzman. Sean Davis Hattenschwiller. Nathan Thomas Harbison. Paulos August Ladove Harris. Petros Arno Ladove Harris. Madeline Mary Hardigan. Garrett Tyan Hawthorne. Gihe He. Luke Francis Heafy. Julia Hine. Alicia Helmer. Luke Joseph Helwy. Layla Claire Hennessy. Matthew Scott Hernandez. Juan E. Herrera. Magnus Benjamin Herlin. Skylar Reardon Hickey. Jonathan Ryan Hing. Samantha Schwartz Hinkle. Megan Shoko Hitchingham. Rhiannon Cabiles Hanciano. Thomas Streak Honey. Caitlin M. Hu. Finian Patrick Horan. Jasper Quinn Hunsinger. Audrey Catherine Hydorn. Kiara Isabella Izzo. Ethan Liue Ju. Jackson Alexander Johnston. Alexander Ryan Jordan. Dominic Gianni Jordan. Jackson Alexander Kane. Marquez Kashevarov. Nicholas Turner Kendrick. Julia Simone Keene. Peyton Josephine King. Tyler William King. Mila Coley. Hannah Catherine Coleman. Alexander Joseph Kong. Sarah Elizabeth Kraus. Maya Cade Kirpada. Andrew Kuznetsov. Daisy Christabel Kwok. Joseph Steele Labaugh. Catherine Keenan Labaugh. Cole Francis Lally. Kaylee M. Lamb. Olivia Lamb. Amanda E. Lee. Cooper Aaron Lee. Chloe Amelia Liquian. Ryan Thomas Leung. David A. Lewis. Jeffrey Ling. Ethan Wu Liu. Daniel Rossi Lombardi. Malia Nicole Liu. Olivia Janine Louie. Mackenzie Wilson Lozada. Mary Bridget Ludwig. Kiva Brenda Lyons. Kendrick Ma. Miko Capono Macarag. Olivia Rose Madden. Catherine Lee Mahaffey. Peter Vincent Mahoney. Ethan Owen Mahoney. Aaron Manning. Claire Margaret Mannion. Garrett Jordan Martin. Grace Ann Martin. Grace Margaret Ho Marzano. Caitlin Ann Mason. Joshua Seiji Masuda. Taylor Yoko Matoba. Sahil Liam Maurice. Jack Hunter McCann. Sally M. McCarthy. Maya Lena McLean. John Liam McGannon. Jack Baradino McKay. Brian Thomas McEwen. Maya Abby Clara McKenney. Luke Sebastian McMahon. Fiona Isabel McNamara. Alexandra Onuma Mead. Justin Christian May. Nikita May. Claire Ray Milby. Carson A. Mills. Olivia Catherine Mills. Madeline Ann Mitchell. Alexis Faith Mojica. Evan Carson Mock. Isabella Jin Molina. Nicholas J. Montero. Brian Moore. Renee Kathleen Moore. Erica Love Morris. Elsa Marilyn Morrison. Connor James Murphy. Eamon Gerald Joseph Murphy. Michaela Nasra. Cassandra Navarrete. Hagep Nazarethian. Nicholas John Nazal. Drew Nerland. Setaleki H. Natani. Tatiana Milagros Newsom. Charles Thomas Nicholson. Henry Peter Niehaus. Pierre Noah. Keelan James O'Connell. Catherine Joy O'Connor. Alyssa Jane O'D. Mary O'Sullivan. Maxim Edward Ochev. Suzanne Rose Ogilvy. Jacqueline Marie Olachowski. Christopher Giovanni Oropesa. Cassidy Ott. Joshua Pascual Padilla. Forrest Day Page. Avery Sky Payne. Jessica J.D. Palega. Arnie Ani Panosian. Sophia Palucci. Rosette Espinosa Perinas. Emily Payton. Leslie Perdomo. John Phillips Perkins. Tyler Blake Plants. Annika Elise Pio. Peter Quinn Quill. Isabel Darlene Quinn. Justina Marie Kwok. Evan C. Kwan. Mary Roseanne Reed. Duke Bradley Reeder. Curtis Robinson. Santino Rocchio. Morgan Victor Rodriguez. Sebastian Rodriguez. Lily Rogers. Megan Ronan. Gavin Ronquillo. Sophia Sadie Rose. Kaylee Ann O'Connell Rugg. Francis Ruiz. William Tristan Russell. Jack E. Ryan. Isabella Salfidi. Ethan Riley Sam. Christian Sandoval. Mia Rose Sanguinetti. Michael Santos. Lucia Sarmsaki. Aaron Slattery Shegg. Tobias Corey Schieber. Emily Catherine Schmidt. Jacqueline Joan Schneider. Connor James Selfridge. Emma Shadowan. Nora Ashley Schaefer. Gianna Shami. Josiah Andreo Shannon. Manit Nime Sharma. Kira Mackenzie Sheehan. Caitlin Mora Sheeran. Serena Mary Shahada. Matthew Alexander Shugart. Liam Francis Secord. Edgar Ryan Silva. Jonathan Simi. Jack Skinner. Kylie Patricia Slevin. Eve Alexandria Sloan. Nicholas Richard Snyder. Monica J. Summer. Isabella Mackenzie Spanswick. Madsen Lee Sirote. Emma L. Stecker. Sophie J. Stefancic. John Ryan Strain. Sean Patrick Sullivan. Caitlin Yi Mei Sum. Tristan Seiler. Ian Frederick Vanita Ta'ala. Natalie Faith Tam. Owen Erickson Tam. Samantha Winsey Tam. Andrew Tarongoy. Kyle John Tatchik. Patrick Murphy Timmons. Amanda Grando Ting. Katie Madison Toledo. Jacqueline DM Tom. Nina Sophia Taraka. Christian Cesar Torres. Brandon La Tran. Tatum Nicole Tries. Ella Stephanie Triboulet. Wesley Gaihe C. Campbell Kewi Sung. Emmett Cheddar Tunney. Ava Edwina Tynan. Jonas Aaron Ubaldo. Punalu Malu Ugaitaifa. Alexis Cheyenne Ugeta. Giovanni Rolando Vallecillo. Luke Ryan Veet. Eric Villanueva. Maria Petrushna. Yvonne Vu Talarico. Kyla Marie Walker. Josette Monique Wall. Emily Susan Washburn. Charles Thomas Weber. Zachary Robert White. Kristen Faith Wiley. Emily Marie Will. Amari Williams. Vontre Williams. Christopher Wong. Myra Kara Wong. Sienna Wong. William Hartwell Woodruff. Natalie Juliet Woods. Patrick Mulvey Wooler. Crystal Jayu Xiaorao. Brandon Michael Hsu. Karina Jean Yamini. Kara Elise Yan. Courtney Nicole Yee. Samantha Marjorie Yvonne Young. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2021. Really fucked up one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, Kayla, the hard one.
Congratulations. Please stay standing, graduates. I'm going to invite our salutatorians, Leo Daniels and Izzy Spanswick. Please come up to the stage. And as our finale, they are going to lead you in the fight song for the very last time. Take it away. Congratulations.